my eyebrows even for once. So I'm going to take my Kat Von D Lock It Concealer in the shade D33 Warm, and I'm just going to conceal underneath my brows. At first I didn't like using this concealer because it dries so quickly, but now I kind of like it because I feel like I don't really have to set it since I'm not using a lot. Let me blend this out. I was wrong, my eyebrows don't match. It doesn't matter, I raise this one all the time anyway. So for today's look, I'm going to be using a JUVIA'S Place palette. And this one is the Festival palette. That's what it looks like. And that's what it looks like on the inside. I kind of like that these palettes don't have mirrors right here. Mostly because who's really going to sit there with a big freaking palette like this and just be like, unless they don't have a mirror. But I like that there's no mirror, especially since I film. The first shade that I'm going to go into is Oro, or Oro. And it's a nice mustardy yellow color. And I'm going to pick up a lot of it. I'm going to pack this into my crease and blow it way out of proportion. And I kind of want to see how pigmented it is because very rarely can I find a yellow that actually shows up decently. This one's doing a pretty fair job. This color kind of reminds me of, in the pan anyways, it kind of reminds me of those shoes called Timberlands. Is it Timberlands or Timberlands? I don't know. But anyway, that's what this color reminds me of in the pan. On my eye, it's more like a sunny yellow. Not too bright, not too dark, and it doesn't appear to be oxidizing, which is also a win because I cannot stand when eyeshadows do that, especially bright colors. You kind of expect them to be what they are in the pan, you know what I'm saying? And that's not fair when they're not. So now I'm going to go into one of my favorites, you'll already know, the Morphe 3502 palette. I'm just going to use this right here, a Blaze, and I'm just going to put it right there. As y'all can see, the payoff is definitely there. And I'm just tapping it in for the most part. And then I'm going to blend it. I always open and close my eyes a lot when I'm doing my eyeshadow because I like to make sure that it's not patchy anywhere. So I'm going to go into Isafa. Ooh, one swipe. Okay, we're going to need a few though. And of course, I'm putting this on the outer corner of, wow, oh my gosh, that's so pretty. I might not need to use the other red. So I'm packing this on with a eyeshadow brush. This is from Juno & Co. I love their brand. They cut out the middleman, so their brushes are super duper cheap, but they're not cheap quality. So I'm just going to bring this a little bit into my crease right there, and I'm going to stop, and then I'm going to keep tapping this color out a little bit further, and I'm going to tap around the edges so I can go back in and blend it out real easy. Even though it's pigmented, I can still see the color fading a little bit, so I'm going to have to build this up to the intensity that I need it to be. But for now, I'm just going to blend out the edges. Yes! Yes! The next thing that I'm going to do is take this ColourPop Super Shock eyeshadow. This is in the shade Thirsty Girl, and it's a metallic eyeshadow, so be careful if you have this. And this is what it looks like, kind of like a rusted gold. I'm going to spray my brush with some setting spray. And kind of just get that evenly through the brush. Then I'm going to go straight into the ColourPop eyeshadow. Like that. I actually hit pan on this eyeshadow, which is rare for me. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put it right here. And I'm just gonna blend it out, starting in the center of my lid. I'm making a cut crease with my eyeshadow, kind of doing a halo, but it's in between the orange and the red eyeshadow. And just like that. Just like that. Now I know from here, like from my camera, it looks really dull, but it's actually really pretty. And we gonna add glitter, so don't even matter. Gonna go back into the festival palette, into EYELASH, and I'm just going to tap this on the edges of the gold. Just a little bit. And I'm going to go back into my Morphe 3502 palette, into the orange eyeshadow that I used earlier, which was Ablaze. That's the name of it. Doing the same exact thing on the inner corner. Okay, so now for the glitter. So the glitter that I'm going to be using is from J-Cat Beauty, and it's called the Rockin' the Night Sparkling Powder. It's glitter. And my Star Crush Minerals liquid glitter adhesive. I love this stuff. I love how it comes in a little pump. And basically, I'm going to put this glitter right in the center. I always like to make sure my brush is kind of saturated with adhesive, only because if you don't, you'll wind up with glitter all over your face. Just like that, girls. Y'all, I missed glitter so much. There was a time in my life where I wore glitter like every day for a while. Because I was just so into sparkling, you know? And once you start, it's hard to stop. Once that dries, I'm going to go back into the red and orange eyeshadows one more time and basically do the same exact thing that I did a second ago. I just realized that I have not been filming me applying this foundation this whole time, and I've been talking. Anyway, so the foundation that I'm wearing is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter foundation. I primed my skin with the Benefit Pores No More primer. And now I'm just putting this foundation on with a brush. I also mentioned how I like the smell of the foundation. And I feel like this is much easier to apply with a brush because it just seems to blend better. Because I tried it with the Beauty Blender and God, that Beauty Blender and this foundation could not be friends. Okay, so now I'm going to use my Kat Von D Lock It Concealer, same shade as earlier. And I am going to conceal my face. This, honestly, this look, I was doubting it because it's a little bit opposite of what I had planned to do, which I might do a video of the look I had planned to do anyway. Once I get my face on and stuff, y'all, I be feeling my style. I love the new packaging of this concealer compared to how it used to be. I just like the idea of having my wand. And I will blend my concealer out with the Beauty Blender when I use this foundation, only because I feel like concealer just doesn't look right when you blend it, when I blend it with a brush. So I'm just gonna take my Beauty Blender. Granted, my Beauty Blender is not as damp as I normally would like it to be, so that's okay. And I'm gonna come over here and blend the concealer into the top of my eyeshadow here, because it's the same concealer that I use for my brows, which is really, really smart if you don't like that demarcation. Moving on to setting my face, I'm going to use my SACHA Buttercup setting powder. This is my favorite setting powder for the summertime because not only is it dark enough for when I start to get tan, but it's also gonna hold on to my makeup. I feel like a lot of companies are trying to master the whole fine formula for setting powder, which is a good idea, you know, but at the same time, I feel like they just don't hold on to your makeup, you know? Granted, I am a cake face, Set my whole face, I'm going to use my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. I've hit pan, you guys. Every time I hit pan on this, I get scared. Because I'm like, no, this is my powder. And I kind of just use this to bring warmth back into my face since I have on my makeup. And the setting powder, it does make me a little bit more neutralized. Real quick, I'm going to contour or bronze my face. And I'm using the same old, y'all. This powder has been with me for God knows how long. And I keep using it. And I'm going to keep using it. Lancome Dual Finish Foundation Powder in the shade 530 Suede C. It just works, you know? While I try to figure out what I'm going to do with the bottom of my eyes, I'm going to go ahead and highlight using the AMREZY highlighter. Just a little bit. I went ahead and put my eyelashes on off camera because I needed a moment to figure out how I was going to finish these eyes. So the lashes I'm wearing are GIANNA from REINE Royal. If you want to buy them, they're probably having a sale today or something. What I'm going to do is go in with this brown eyeliner from Clinique. This is the Clinique Quick Liner for eyes and tints. And it's just a creamy eyeliner in the shade brown, and I'm using brown because I want the red and orange to pop, but I also want it to have a little bit of definition near the top of my waterline. I'm going to start off with the red eyeshadow I've been using from the palette, and I'm taking a nice pencil brush and I'm literally just pressing it in just like that. Then I'm going to go back into my Morphe 3502 palette, getting the eyeshadow Ablaze, which is the orange eyeshadow that I used up there, and I'm going to basically press that in right here and hope to God that I don't have any crazy fallout. And I'm going to connect my tear duct right here. I'm going to go into Aura from this palette and literally blend the edges out. And now I'm going to go in with my Too Faced Bulletproof eyeliner pen, and I am just going to come in here and whiten my waterline. Definitely makes a difference in making my eyes pop. Let's do some mascara while I can still see. And this is the Benefit Bad Girl Bang mascara. So to finish off this look, I'm going to use my beautiful, beautiful Fenty Beauty Uncensored Lip Paint. I'm excited because I haven't worn this in so long. Okay, so I'm going to set my face with some e.l.f. setting spray. I honestly think that's how my afro gets shrunk, from me spraying my hair with setting spray. So, this is the final look, y'all. I'm glad that it came out cute, because I was kind of worried, to be honest with y'all. I was kind of freaking out, like, oh crap, I don't like the way this looks. But I just kept going, so I'm good. First of all, I really like this JUVIA'S Place palette. There's a little bit of fallout, but I was picking up a lot of pigment, you know, whatever. But I really like this palette. I was genuinely surprised at how pretty the packaging is, and also at the fact that the colors are so pigmented. I mean, come on. I used some of the other colors before, and it surprised me. This one right here on one of my last looks on Instagram. So I'm looking forward to creating some more looks with this palette. I hope y'all enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you are informed whenever I upload my videos once or twice a week. It just depends. And Thank y'all for watching, and I will see y'all next time. More than a two-decker sandwich. A two-layered sandwich. Two-tier? What would you call this?
I'm not gonna make it. I think I have to cut it in half.